So let's talk about number one, which is build and maintain skeletal muscle mass. Okay, there's a muscle mass that has to do with your appendages. Okay, it's the appendicular lean muscle mass. Appendicular lean muscle mass. This is a good one because it measures your appendages and what your lean muscle mass is in your appendages. And this is Peter Attia wrote about this in his book called Outlive. Go ahead and Google that and show us Outlive. Outlive is a great book. All right, shout out to Peter Attia. It's a great book. Yep, that's the one right there. We'll pull it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is an amazing book. I learned most of what I know about the science and art of Healthspan and longevity through this book, and then, figuring out like what I couldn't understand in this book and going and Googling it and researching it. So
we need to get Peter Attia on the podcast.
I know we do. He's a great speaker, a great doctor. He's an MD. Cool. He's a great doctor. We should definitely have him on.
If you know him, send him our way.
Hit him up. Where does he live, by the way? That'd be interesting. Because then we can shout out our locations. Because we know, we got Burn Boot Camp locations right next to Dr. Attia. Where's he at? In
Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Okay,
let's go. Cedar Park. Let's go, Stone Oak. I guess Stone Oak's more in Sacramento. Okay, so let's build and maintain skeletal muscle mass. So basically what this is, let's define within this step one. Healthspan is physical fitness, mental clarity, minimum disease, physical fitness, number one, fitness age. That's what we've been talking about. That's the precursor to healthspan versus lifespan, just how long you live. The healthspan is about the quality of life that you live. Like when you're 85, are you still active? Or when you're 85, you're living, but are you in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I'm going to still be doing pull-ups when I'm 85.
Let's go, Trisha. I know you will, for sure. So, okay, what's the number one marker to that? The appendicular lean muscle mass is a very good one. There's the fat muscle mass, the fat to muscle mass ratio or lean muscle mass, skeletal muscle. That's another kind of general one. But so let's talk about skeletal muscle mass because most of our in-bodies, most of our gadgets will measure skeletal muscle mass. You have to get like a DEXA scan to get the more appendicular lean muscle mass. So let's just use skeletal muscle mass for today's purposes. Very, very easy way to think about this, okay? It's hypertrophy. You know what hypertrophy is. We're teaching you guys big words, okay? So then you can impress all your friends at your dinner parties. We know what hypertrophy is by now, don't we, Trish?
Yes.
Okay. What is hypertrophy for folks at home?
Hypertrophy is a form of strength training where you are building you're increasing your weights over time.
Yeah, progressive overload through 8 to 12 reps, sometimes 15, right? But through failure.
Yes.
This is mechanical tension at its finest. Mechanical tension is the way that we build muscle. Loading our muscles with external load or body weight load, some type of resistance. Hypertrophy just says, I lift in this rep range that gives my mechanical tension a specific outcome. When I'm lifting, it is for maximum muscle failure within 8, let's just call it to 15 reps, so that I'm gaining muscular size. Okay, so just think strength training, failure between 8 and 15 reps. That's hypertrophy. So if you're somebody who's doing over 15 reps on any given strength day on any workout, you're in muscular endurance, you're not going to be building muscle mass most efficiently. Okay, so you take hypertrophy, and then you add your ideal body weight in grams of protein. That's the formula. Hypertrophy plus protein equals skeletal muscle mass. And this is the number one marker to Healthspan.
What's the difference between BMI? I was literally just trying to pull that up, and I don't so your body mass index and your skeletal muscle mass, are those the same thing? Because I know when you do an InBody, you can see your BMI.
That's a great question. So your BMI is your body mass index. That's just the height to weight ratio, a very poor marker of because skeletal muscle mass is what could put you, if you have a lot of skeletal muscle mass, that can put you in a high BMI. So if you look at my BMI, I'm not what I should be for overweight. A 6'2". Yeah, I'm overweight for a 6 foot. You're not supposed to have.
Scary.
Yeah.
For people that don't know.
And recently, and GPT or Google this one, Chelsea, because we have recently, I want to dial into specifically because I'm drawing a blank on it, but we just kind of not declassified, but what's the word I'm looking for? Downregulated the importance of BMI. So why isn't BMI important anymore? What just came out recently? There was the scientific community actually came out and said, hey, after all these years,
Actually,
BMI isn't that important. And we said, okay, so here's what GPT found. Pull up that screen for me. So it says, body mass index is not considered important anymore because it is a blunt tool that doesn't accurately reflect the person's health, fitness, or body composition.
Let's go.
That's very important.
I think for many people, like I've been told, my BMI has always been, I'm in the overweight category. And like as a female, I mean, anybody, you don't want to be told you're overweight. Because I'm like, wait a second, I don't feel like I am.
Yeah, because you're strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, your BMI is probably high too.
Yes,
because you have,
it is.
Yeah, because you're very strong. Like it was your birthday recently, and I saw a birthday post that you made, and you're like popping champagne or something. Dude, you look so jacked. Like you look so. Can we pull up Trisha's Instagram? Let's just pull this Instagram up for her birthday, and let's show everybody what a unhealthy BMI looks like. And you tell me if this woman isn't just fit or not fit.
It does mess with you though
It
when
does.
you see those numbers and the data, and you're like, wait. And even my body weight, it's taken me a long time because I have a lot of muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat, but like I also have
this one right here. This one right here. Okay, you're popping the champagne. Dude, your delts are on point. You got tricep separation. You got bicep separation there. You know, you're having fun for your birthday. You look lean. You look strong. And then the BMI would say that you are technically high.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is why I caution us against scientists, because scientists will say things like, "What we know today is no." You should be saying what you think you know today is, and I'm willing to change my mind if anything comes along that is better for community, that is better for health, that is better for fitness.
We did talk about that in a previous episode. It was a clip. I'll find it and I'll add it to the show notes so people can go back because we did debunk that.
Yeah, we debunking that. All right. So hypertrophy plus protein equals skeletal muscle mass. That's step one. If you want to have a long health span, start lifting weights and lift weights hard. Mechanical tension, another way to put it, the scientific way to put it is like mechanical tension plus enough amino acids equals muscle protein synthesis. All right. And we're going to be able to get into MPS, muscle protein synthesis, effectively when we signal our body. Okay, we signal our body through hypertrophy, and then we feed it the building blocks through good protein, complete amino acid profiles. Whether it's your political or religious belief, I'm putting that stuff aside. I'm saying from a pure biological perspective, animal protein is the most complete protein. If you want a complete protein source, you can get it from some plants. I'm not saying you can't get it from some plants, but you're going to be really looking at the most bioavailable, complete amino acid profile proteins are going to come from animal sources.
I was just watching a clip. Do you like Brett Contreras, the glute guy?
Who is that?
Brett Contreras.
No, I don't know who that is.
The glute guy?
No,
The glute lab?
maybe I'll know who he is.
You know who he is.
You spend your time on the internet like
I'm trying
searching
to
people up.
educate myself.
No, you're good. That's what you should be doing, and I should be spending time reading journals and studies and unless he produces things that go in like JAMA.
He's a PhD.
Okay.
He's good friends with like Galpin and Huberman. Anyways, I was watching a video from him today, and this isn't. I don't want to totally detract, but I think there's something to be said because he was debunking this idea that you need to like bulking season, because he said with his clients, because he's also a trainer, he has like he focuses on glutes, but all body, and when he's working with his clients, what he tells them to do is lift weights and eat your protein. And you might not see a change on the scale because what you're doing is you're just taking that body fat and you're decreasing the body fat and then you're gaining muscle on top of it. So I think that after I was watching that, that's kind of what I've been doing unintentionally, intentionally. And I've seen changes, but I haven't done anything different.
Yeah.
So
I would add one thing to that just to make it really complete, because what he's describing is a body recomposition plan, recomp. And so you would want to have hypertrophy. You'd want to have ideal body weight in grams of protein. And you'd want to have a slight caloric deficit to stay lean.
Yeah.
Just like 100 or 200 calories And you can go to total daily energy expenditure calculators, and you can just go ahead and get a baseline for yourself. Chelsea, if you want to pull up TDEE, total daily expenditure calculators, and show us that on the screen. This is a website you can go to. It's tdeecalculator.net. This is the exact one that I use. You're going to get hit with some ads while you're here. Just bypass that. Enter your gender, your age, your height, your weight, your activity, and you're going to be able to get your total daily energy expenditure, that all the energy that your body uses in a day. Subtract 200, 300 calories from that. Lift weights, get your ideal body weight, ideal grams of protein. Yep, and you're good to go. That's it. And you've probably been doing that, or else you don't get lean.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it, people.
Yeah.
And then you live a long, healthy life. Let's get into it some more, Devin.
Okay. All right.